Hello friend, welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. I have here today for the planned maintenance 2007 Toyota RAV4. This one is 4-wheel drive in the sport trim, and one of the things which needs to be done is replacing spark plugs. That's something I believe everybody can do by themselves, right? You don't need a lift and a lot of special tools. So let's go and look at that procedure together in this video. And you don't see spark plugs on this 4-cylinder engine. It's a Model 2AZFE, pretty good engine in my opinion. You don't see them yet because they are hidden underneath this cover. You can see here two small nuts. That's a 10mm socket. So let's start with removing those. Go ahead and use my Milwaukee gun, and 1 and 2. And after that, it's just very simple. And you lift it up and put it away. And that brings us closer to our goal today, right? So you see the coils and the wiring harness coming to them. If you ever wonder what is the number one, it's this one, closest to the belts and alternator and so on. So number 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It's a 4-cylinder. Ideally, you start removing the wiring harness. You push on this tab and it should let you to move it that way, right? Then I will be removing the coils. I can either mark them with the pen or just keep them in the order where they belong. So this will go back to 1. I'm pretty sure you saw that shine here, right? This is people adding oil because the owner says this engine actually is using oil. So apparently she was adding the oil, but she spilled it. It's soaked in this, right? Look at it. The oil is coming out of this material, right? And that's why we have that shiny area here. So it's not a valve cover gasket leaking, it's just oil soaked in this dampening material. And how I remove the coils. Alright, so again, I can still use my power tool. This is still 10mm. And look at it. It's really fast. This is actually pleasant service because the 4-cylinder, everything is perfectly here, right? It's not a problem. We have disconnected this and I can either mark them, right? Number 1, or just put them here in the order. I'm observing the coils if there's no oil from the leaking valve cover gasket seals, right? But there's nothing so far. This coil is very nice too. You can always look for some burn marks and so on, but everything is pretty good here despite that relatively high mileage of almost 220,000 miles. And again we have a new situation, so another close-up, right? These are the spark plug tubes, right? We are looking inside, and then finally the moment when we can start removing the spark plugs. So let's start with number 1. This is the first time when you need a special tool, right? This is a spark plug socket and it's a long one, so we call it the deep one. This one is from Snap-on. Also this extension has a locker, right? So I never will lose it inside of the deep tubes, which will be not a case here. And I will never use the power tool here to speed up the process because the spark plug can be stuck there in the head. Let's see how this one tied. Not bad, that was pretty good. So always carefully by the hand only. Do this removal, please don't rush this. On all 4 of them. And I wonder if there are original SK20 HR11s, Densos, right? But look, wow! Very interesting. Look at this white build-up on this spark plug. So definitely there is a reason to replace them. The question is how long this was happening, right? And what even makes this condition. Oh, and the spark plug. Oh, so it's an iridium Denso SK20R11. So at least we can see these were original spark plugs. And I was going to show you just the first one and how to put it in, but since this one was way more loose, since this one has all that white stuff on it, I will pull them all out for you. Look, basically similar condition. Let's continue with the number 3. Also relatively loose. Wasn't much effort to break it loose. Very interesting. So what are you saying? Why they are wrapped? This one is really extreme. Look at that. You don't see this very often. And let's see even if it's on the last one the same again. Relatively easy. I will say they were not tied correctly. That's way too easy for me. And again, let's pull the last one. I will say we have identical situation. So what do you think? And I think what the owner, right, of the vehicle, she said that she has to be adding oil because the engine is consuming the engine oil. I think we have ashes, right, on these spark plugs. It's an ash buildup, and it's unfortunately really oil getting in the combustion, and this is what it creates. So that will confirm what she was saying. And while I'm waiting for the parts for the spark plugs, I pull the dipstick. The engine oil is dirty, right? But it's barely on the bottom line. So we will add some more oil for the owner. I just want to show you what the store sold to her, right? They said, yeah, it needs 5W20. I will never even think of this, but look at that. It says full synthetic. There's a picture of Toyota, approved for use in Ford, GM, Ram and Toyota gas-powered trucks and SUVs. I never saw this oil before. So between the lines on the dipstick is approximately 1 quart, right? So I will pour 3 quarts of the 1 quart, and that should nicely bring that level up to the top. But I have promised you spark plug replacement video, and now we are doing all adding and all kinds of stuff, right? So let's go back to this. So these are expensive iridium, right, long life SK20 HR11, which are in many Toyotas. So this is what you get, right, when you open it. The gap here is already adjusted, right? So you are not going to be adjusting it because you will most likely scrape that iridium coating off and damage it. Now I'm not installing them as they are, as they come. I always put on the threads this anti-seize. This is a copper formulated, right, copper based, so very little of it I will put on that thread of the spark plug. Make sure you never put it on the tips, right, only on that thread. So for example, it's a little bit, right, and that will make sure that they will never get stuck in the head of the engine. They will be always easy to be removed in the future. After that, I will put it in my wrench, right, like so, And you are ready. Carefully, without banging it all around, just carefully feel it, catch the thread, and by the hand only I'm torquing it until I will hit resistance. Now, how much torque does it need? And general number, right, general rule for the spark plugs, it's between 18 and 20 Newton meters. So here is 12. I will go ahead, put 18, and let's see how this will work, right? So I'm feeling the spark plug, it's still going very easily, right? And now I start feeling the resistance, so I will carefully observe this torque range. Here we go. And it tells me, right, that when I stopped, it was doing 18.2 Newton meters. So this is great. I will recheck it just for a feel, right? Normally don't use the torque wrench. I feel it in my hand. And yeah, this is actually, I'm feeling it. It barely moved. Yeah, I will torque it to this, definitely. And obviously I will repeat this procedure on all remaining other cylinders, right? So again, slight amount of that anti-seize, right? So it's not getting stuck in the head, possibly in the future. Put it back in my wrench and going on number 2. This one, let's see, I will do this by the hand as I normally do it. Let's feel it. Sorry for that. Yeah, these are the small turns, and now when you get that resistance, you really feel it carefully. Yep, and that's it. So you saw both methods. We are putting new plugs, right? So this RAV4 should run way better. But interestingly, right, the owner reported that it's consuming engine oil, but there are no check engine lights. The engine feels operating normally. I did a short test drive before taking it in, and the power of the engine, the performance was absolutely normal. I will never suspect that it's using oil or there is any problem with the spark plugs or these ashes on the tips as we just saw. And that's obviously another reason, right, to always inspect the vehicle if you maybe are going to buy used vehicle, right? Just be aware. The car, truck, SUV, whatever you are trying to buy might be running totally good and you don't feel any problems. Well, if it's a 4-cylinder like this one, you can always ask the seller, hey, do you mind if I really quickly pop one of the spark plugs, right, when it's accessible so easily? And that can give you great amount of information about the health of the engine. And as we mentioned before, it's always good idea to put them in the place where they were, right? That's why I had them nicely in the line. Always clean them, feel it nicely in. I can use the power tool. Also, I will have it on the setting number 1, which is less torque, so I will not damage anything, right? And that helps me to speed up this process. Yep, they are nice and dry, everything is perfect. The bolts are here. So this goes fast. All the coils are perfectly back, but so that means I will carefully start installing these plugs, right? These things are made of plastic, so be gentle with them, right? There's a lot of heat here, right? So it can become brittle and break. So here, click, you heard a click, right? Here, nice. Nice, these tabs didn't break yet, which is awesome. Oh yeah, and we have all 4 back. The last thing remaining is this cover. I tried to get that oil out of that. If the shop towels, well, hopefully it will stop pouring here on that valve cover, right? So we have these 2 nuts. Again, be careful when you're torquing it. Don't run your tool on any max settings. And look at that. Voila! We have brand new spark plugs for this wonderful engine. I love it. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Hopefully you agree it's very easy, and maybe some of you will get encouraged to do these things by themselves. Thank you for watching, and be subscribed. I have way more coming your way soon. See you later, my friend.